It's both the 5-2 player, and I'm back, and I got this idea, right? I wanted to see what would happen if I took and I removed the worst players from every team, or at least the lowest rated players from every major league roster right now, and replaced them with legends from that team's past. Here we go. Check it out. We're going to start off with the Orioles. We dropped Logan Gillespie, Dean Krimmer, Ryan O'Hearn, and we replaced them with Greg Olson for that bullpen, Jim Palmer for the rotation, and Cal Ripken Jr. into the lineup. The next team we got is the Red Sox. Caleb Ort, Pablo Reyes, and Brian Bello. At one point in time, Brian Bello, you will be that guy maybe, but not right now. Jonathan Papelbon, Ted Williams, and Roger Clemens are coming in. Next team, of course, we got the Yankees. Matt Crook, Johnny Brito, Willie Calhoun. Hey, how about Mariano Rivera, Whitey Ford, and Babe Ruth? It's getting up. Babe Ruth and Aaron Judge in the same lineup, y'all. The Tampa Bay Rays, Kevin Kelly, Francisco Mejia, Josh Fleming are out. Roberto Hernandez, Carl Crawford, and David Price. If you're wondering why I didn't put in Evan Longoria, he's probably the greatest Ray of all time, I didn't want to include anybody who's still playing. So, Toronto Blue Jays, Yusei Kikuchi, Nate Pearson, Ernie Clement, they're leaving. Dave, Steve, Tom Hinkie, and Jose Batista. And if you're wondering, like, hey, some of these guys are not in MLB the Show, I created players for some of them, and I made their ratings realistic. So that's what we got. The White Sox, Gregory Santos, Romy Gonzalez, Mike Clevenger out. Bobby Thigpen, Frank Thomas, and Mark Burley are in. The Cleveland Guardians, Cam Gallagher, Logan Allen, and Xavier Curry out. Kenny Lofton, Bob Feller, and Cody Allen are in. Guardians got a little boost with the bullpen with Cody Allen, but hey, the lineup's going to be pretty nice. The Tigers, Zach Short, Tyler Holton, and Reese Olson are leaving. Ty Cobb, Todd Jones for the bullpen, and Hal Newhouser for that rotation. Could have went with Denny McClain. I chose Hal Newhouser instead. The Kansas City Royals, Freddie Fermin, Jose Cuas, Daniel Lynch are out. George Brett, Jeff Montgomery, and Brett Saberhagen in for the Royals. We got next up, we got the Twins, Donovan Solano, Cole Sands, and Louis Varland are out. We're bringing in Rod Carew, not Kirby Puckett, Rod Carew, Joe Nathan, and Francisco Liriano. Yeah, we're doing it. The Astros, we think leaving Cesar Salazar, Parker Mashinsky, and JP France are leaving. And we're bringing Jeff Bagwell, Billy Wagner, and Nolan Ryan. Remember, we're not using people who still in the league. The Angels are leaving out, or they're ushering out Mickey Moniak. He will have his time, but not today. Tucker Davidson and Tyler Anderson, and bringing in Tim Salmon, Troy Percival, and Chuck Finley. Chuck Finley, Shohei, Tim Salmon, Trout. It's a lot of fish happening. Oakland A's, Ryan Noda, Lucas Ursig, and Luis Medina are out. Ricky Henderson, Dennis Eckersley, Lefty Grove are coming in. All right, now next we got the Mariners. Jose Caballero just got a Topps Now card, last month. Gabe Spire and Marcos Gonzalez are going. Hey, Ken Griffey Jr., Kazuhiro Sasaki, and Randy Johnson. Woo-wee, the Mariners got pretty interesting. The Rangers are leaving out Sandy Leone, Grant Anderson, and Dane Dunning, and Pudge Rodriguez, John Wetland, and the knuckleballer, Charlie Huff. I gave Nolan Ryan to the Astros, and I didn't want to get two of the same people. That's just little rules I had. The Braves pushing out Eddie Rosario, AJ Smith, Shawver, and Jared Schuster in favor of Hammer and Hank Aaron, John Smoltz, and Greg Maddux. We got closer John Smoltz. The Marlins are sending Jacob Stallings, Brian Hoeing, Yuri Perez. You're going to have your time. It's not right now. In favor of Hanley Ramirez, Rob Nin, and Josh Beckett. Started to go with Josh Fernandez. I almost did. Jose Fernandez. I almost did, but I didn't. The Mets. We got Daniel Vogelback, Steven Nogasek, and Tyler McGill leaving. We got David Wright, John Franco, and Tom Seaver coming in for the Mets. We got almost through the National League. Now the Phillies, we got Cody Clemens going out. Roger's son, Dylan Covey, and Taiwan Walker. And we got coming in Mike Schmidt, Jose Mesa, and Steve Carlton. The Phillies are already stacked. They're even more stacked now. The Nationals, of course, this is Expos time too. Stone Garrett, Thad Ward, and Patrick Corbin are leaving for Gary Carter, Jeff Reardon, the Terminator, and Dennis Martinez. El Presidente coming. All right, who we got next? We got the Cubs, Miles Mastrobuoni, Jeremiah Estrada, and Kyle Hendricks are going. Going out. Sammy Sosa, Lee Smith, and Ferguson Jenkins coming in for the Cubs. Who we got next? We got the Reds, Luke Maile, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Kevin Herget and Brandon Williamson leaving. Johnny Bench, Rob Dibble, and Jose Rio coming in for the Reds. Reds is still not going to be very good. I'm just going to be honest. The Brewers, Andrew Monasterio, Bryce Wilson, Julio Teheran leaving out for Robin Yount, Dan Plesac, and Teddy Higuera. You might be a little bit surprised about Teddy Higuera. Look those numbers up. I think his age 26, 27 season, he was really nasty. The Pirates, Josh Palacios, Rob Zadrinzi. I haven't heard his name pronounced. Luis Ortiz. They're leaving out for Honus Wagner, Kent Tekulve, and John the Candyman Candelaria. The Cardinals, Andrew Nisner and Matthew Liberatore, and Steven Matz are leaving out. And we got Stan Musial, Jason Isringhausen, and Bob Gibson coming. The Cardinals are going to be nice. They're going to be nice. The Diamondbacks, Jose Herrera, Jose Ruiz, and Tommy Henry are out. We got Gonzo, Jose Valverde, and Brandon Webb coming in for these D-backs. All right, the rest of the National League West, we're going in with the Rockies. Austin Wynns, Matt Caracidi, and Chase Anderson are out. Todd Helton, Brian Fuentes, and Ubaldo Jimenez coming for the Rockies. It's tough to find good Rockies pitchers because it's just tough to be good as a pitcher there. But there you go. The Dodgers, Miguel Vargas, Shelby Miller, and Michael Grove are out. Jackie Robinson, Mr. 42, Eric Gagne, and Sandy Koufax in for the Dodgers. Sandy Koufax, Clayton Kershaw, two of the three probably best left-handers in the history of baseball. The Padres, Brandon Dixon, Tom Cosgrove, and Ryan Weathers are out. Tony Gwynn, Trevor Hoffman, and Jake Peavy. Like, they was all on the same team at one time, I believe. Like, beginning of Kaufman's career, end of Tony Gwynn's, around the beginning of Jake Peavy, and they might have just barely missed each other. The Giants, Bryce Johnson, Ryan Walker, and Sean Manaea are out, and Barry Bonds, Brian Wilson, and Christy Mathewson are in for the Giants. Without further ado, let's jump into this season. We're going to sim it out. All right, so we're going to start right here in the regular season. We're not going to do spring training. You see Fergie Jenkins against Teddy Higuera in that first game. We're going to have some nice matchups here early on in that, just early on in this whole thing. So I figured maybe we'll take a look at some of these lineups to just kind of see what people are bringing to the table here. The Cubs, right? Sammy Sosa slots in at number 3. And so he's pretty much, going to hit there every day for the Cubs. And for the Reds, they put Johnny Bench in at the number 3 spot. We got the Brewers. It was like everybody that was added, every legend was plugged into the number 3 spot. Let's see, Honus Wagner too. Yeah, all of them are batting third. Stan Musial's batting third. Let's see, look at Lugo's batting third. I've yet to see one of these added legends not be hitting third. This is crazy. Jackie Robinson's hitting third. Tony Gwynn's hitting third. Barry Bonds is hitting third, as he should be. Everybody's hitting third. This is crazy. Ted Williams is hitting third. Babe Ruth is hitting third. Okay, we finally got one. Carl Crawford's leading off. He's the only one so far that didn't bat third. Okay, wait a minute. We on a trend here. Joey Bats is hitting fourth. Frank Thomas is back. He's hitting third. Kenny Lofton's hitting third. Come on, y'all. Come on now. We tripping now. Like, I almost want to change this for them. Like, Kenny Lofton should not be hitting third. What is going on? That's actually not even a good Kenny Lofton. I don't know why we picked that Kenny Lofton. But yeah, that ain't a good Kenny Lofton. I have no idea who that man is. That looks like Johnny Lofton or something. I don't know who that is. All right, so the Tigers, Where Ty Cobb's hitting third, and he's DHing. I don't think that. I don't agree with that. But I'm gonna let them manage their own team. George Brett is hitting third. Rod Caru's hitting third. He probably shouldn't be. I don't think I would have that way. Jeff Bagwell's hitting third. We don't have a problem with that. All right, here we go. Tim Salmon's hitting fifth. Makes sense. That makes sense. Rick, come on. He's the greatest leadoff man that ever lived. But the A's are so bad though, so he might have to actually hit third for this team. But I don't know. I don't think that helps. Ken Griffey Jr. is hitting third. We can't have too much problem with that. Pudge is hitting third. Yeah. Hank Aaron's hitting third. Hey, oh my goodness. Acuna. Hank Aaron. Matt Olson. Austin Riley. Ooh, this lineup is filthy in Atlanta, y'all. All right, the Marlins. Okay, Hanley Ramirez is hitting fourth. We got David Wright hitting third. Mike Schmidt's hitting third. Gary Carter's hitting third. They're terrible too. So, all right. So we see what's happening with these lineups. What about the pitching rotations? I think everybody's gonna be the number one starter. Fergie's number one starter. Jose Rios the number one starter. Teddy Higuera's the number one starter. John Candelaria is number two starter behind Mitch Keller though. Bob Gibson's the number one starter. There haven't been a lot of outstanding starting pitchers for the Pirates. Just period. Brandon Webb's hitting third. Ubaldo Jimenez is hitting third. I mean, not hitting third. I'm so used to saying hitting third, but they're the ace. Sandy Koufax is the ace. Jake Peavy's the ace. Oh boy, what happened to the Christy Mathewson is not even on the team. We got somebody. Okay, we gotta override that because Christy Mathewson didn't even make the rotation. I don't know why it happened, but they didn't want him there. Let's see. Jim Palmer's the ace. Roger Clemens is the ace. Babe Ruth's the ace, but he's also hitting third. He is the two-way player, y'all. Let's see. David Price is behind Shane McClanahan. All right. Dave Steve is behind Kevin Gossman. Mark Burley's the ace. Bob Feller is in the freaking bullpen, guys. That is not a wise thing. But you know what? Maybe I should let them just rip their own team apart on their own. I don't know. Let's see. Where is... Okay, and here's another legend being mistreated. Hal Newhouser is... Oh, wait, no. Hal Newhouser is a closer. Maybe that's what they did with... Hold on 1 second. Did they make Christy Mathewson the closer? They did. That is what they did. Okay, so I'm gonna let them manage their team. I'm gonna let them do it. I thought that if there was some sort of glitch, but maybe it is. But we're gonna play it out. Brett Saberhagen is the ace. Liriano's the ace. Nolan Ryan is the ace. Chuck Finley second to Shohei. Okay, looks like they made Lefty Grove this closer, guys. They did. Lefty Grove is a closer. All right, Randy Johnson's not a closer. He's a starter. He's nasty. Charlie Huff is in there throwing knuckleballs, baby. Yes, he is. All right, we got Greg Maddux. He's the ace. Josh Beckett's the ace. Tom Terrific is the ace. Steve Carlton's the ace. Dennis Martinez is the ace by a lot. And there we go. All right, so I think we are just about ready. We're not going to watch these games, guys. That would be freaking insane. We have a interest in the Cubs because that's our team, but we're going to do check-ins, right? We're going to do check-ins after each month, right? So let's go to through April 30th, and let's just watch and see what's happening with stats and leaders and things of that nature. So the Cubs are all right so far, 16-12 through April, right? So let's look at they're in first place by a half game over the Cardinals. All right. Let's see. Let's look at the rest of the standings here. All right, the Rockies are killing it, 20-9, 6-game winning streak to end April. Let's look at each of the Rays are 19-10. Blue Jays not doing so well right now. The Guardians are, the American League Central is putrid, but the Guardians are the best of the worst. Everybody's under 500. That's not good. Astros are 20-8. Looks like they have the best record in the majors right now so far. Braves 19-10. Yeah, they have it's the Rockies and the Astros with the best records in the majors right now. So let's see, where are we at on some stat situations though. Look at the league leaders. Todd Helton, look, legends all everywhere. Todd Helton's hitting 426 through the first month, y'all. Honus Wagner's hitting 389. Hank Aaron's hitting 365. Chris Bryant has the highest batting average of anybody in the National League that's not a legend. And he's hitting 351. He is on fire. Ha-Sung Kim is hitting 343. CJ Abrams hitting 342. Jackie Robinson's hitting 333. And Tony Gwynn is only hitting 327. And we already know what that is. Let's look at the American League. The Wander Franco is hitting 389. So the legends are not dominating the American League like they're dominating the National League, because Jeff Bagwell is the only legend in the top 10. So that is interesting in itself, right? Let's look at, what are we at in hits. Todd Helton has 46 hits. Wander Franco has 44. The bats are not that important. JD Martinez and Corbin Carroll both have 10. Andrew McCutchen and Trey Turner all have 10 doubles. Honus Wagner's having a heck of a season. First month, 9 doubles. Jackie Robinson also has 9 doubles. Let's look at the American League. Wander Franco, okay, but they didn't list Ty Cobb as a legend. Was he there in batting average and I just missed him? He was not. He was getting a lot of doubles. Y'all. Julio Rodriguez there. We got Masataka Yoshida. We got Ken Griffey Jr. with 10 doubles. The Mariners are hitting the ball, aren't they? They're hitting the ball. All right, so we got triples. Lamont Wade with 4 triples for the Giants. How in the world does he have 4 triples? He has 30. I don't know. He is getting really lucky. David Wright David Wright's pretty fast though. Sammy has 3 triples. We got to look at what home run. I can't wait to see what home runs are though. Jace Peterson and Shea Langoliers and the A's are hitting triples, guys. The A's have more triples than anybody in the history. Look at this. They have 5 players in the top 10 in triples. What is going on in Oakland? That's crazy. All right, what about home runs? Lugo Gonzo with 10 homers. Austin Riley has 10. Fernando Tatis has 9. So Sammy has 9 too. William Contreras and Robin Yount has 9 home runs, y'all. Acuna. All right. What about American League? Jake Berger has 11 home runs for the White Sox. Anything can happen in baseball, y'all. Bagwell is carrying the torch for the legends, even though Ted Williams also has 9 home runs. Frank Thomas has 8 as well. Goodness gracious, this is interesting. How about ribbies? Matt Olson has 26 driven in. Hank Aaron, look at, between Olson and Aaron, they've driven in 50 runs. If you add in Austin Riley, they've driven in 71. That is filth, y'all. They're doing some damage over there in Atlanta. The American League, Wander Franco is having a season. Frank Thomas has 23 RBI. Ty Cobb's having a really good year too. All right, let's see. Runs scored. Hank Aaron is there and Jeff Bagwell is there. What about stolen bases? Jackie Robinson has 9 stolen bases. It's Sturi Ruiz. It's just a lot of running in Oakland. Triples, stealing bases, they just running. It's doing a lot of running. Base on balls. Paul Goldschmidt has 19. Where's Barry? There he is. Barry's tied for 4th with 17 walks. He's right there in there. He's the all-time leader, I believe, in walks. So, Josh Bell has 22 walks. Ted Williams and Ricky Henderson been walked a lot as well. All right, what do we got on base percentage? Todd Helton has a 500 on base percentage, y'all. Honus Wagner 468, Aaron 457, Barry Bonds 423. Nothing but legends. Nothing but legends here. Say you're Suzuki though, having a good season. American League, Wander Franco. Wander Franco's going. I think it's safe to say he is the front runner for American League MVP right now. Slugging percentage, yeah, Wander Franco is having a complete fit. We got Robin Yount and Hank Aaron there. The OPS, Todd Helton, Hank Aaron. Guess what? Wander Franco probably, yes, he is for the American League leading. Wins, let's talk about some pitching. 5 wins for Tom Seaver already. Spencer Strider's right there. Jose Urquidy has 7 wins. I don't know, maybe Babe Ruth might win MVP though. He's got 5 wins on top of whatever he's doing as a hitter. Let's look at saves. Brian Fuentes has 14 saves for the Rockies. And Billy Wagner has 11 for the Astros. ERA, Spencer Strider is only at 1.38. He's been nasty. Tom Seaver's right there. American League, we got Dave Stieb with a 1.15 ERA. All right, Dave. And look at Babe Ruth, 1.31 ERA. He's crazy. Let's see. Let's look at shutouts. Fergie has thrown a shutout along with a bunch of other people. Look at Dave Stieb. He's thrown 3 shutouts in the month. Talk about pitcher of the month. It's him. It's him. Dave Stieb is him. Jacob deGrom is leading in strikeouts. And Tom Seaver is, Tom Seaver's running away though, 65. Complete games, Tom Seaver's thrown 2. Babe Ruth and Dave Stieb have both thrown 3. All right, what do we got on walks? Whip. Let's see, whip is important though. Dave Stieb, oh my goodness, 0.62 whip for Dave Stieb. That's crazy. 0.93 for Brandon Webb. Pitching WAR, Tom Seaver. I would assume that it is Dave Stieb in the American League. No, Jacob deGrom is the highest pitching WAR. Batting WAR, Hank Aaron. And I bet it's Juan DeFranco. It is. He is just having a year. All right, let's look at the awards now. The awards right now, Todd Helton seems to be leading in MVP in the American League. Of course, Juan DeFranco in the American League. In the American League, Todd Helton in the National League. Cy Young, Tom Seaver, and Babe Ruth. Wow. Batting title, Todd Helton and Juan DeFranco. Reliever award, Christy Mathewson. I guess they knew what they were doing. He's got 12 saves and he hasn't given up a run. American League, Billy Wagner. Rookie of the Year, well, I can't pay attention to that. Hank Aaron award, Todd Helton and Juan DeFranco. Gold gloves here. Let's see how many are not legends. JT Realmuto and Alejandro Kirk. Christian Walker and Jeff. Oh, there's Bagwell. Luis Arise and Jonathan Shoup. Gene Segura and DJ LeMahieu. We got Cal Ripken Jr. and Francisco Lindor. Ian Happ and Ted Williams. Michael Harris II and Carl Crawford. We got Aaron Judge and Hank Aaron. Silver Sluggers. You might be able to guess what these are. All right. I think we're good. It's time to go on to the next month of the season. All right, let's take a look at what May brings us. Can the Cubs stay in just afloat here? Oh yeah, they started off hot. Oh, they doing all right though. We're flirting with a 10 games over 5. They're 10 games over 500 through May. Cubs got a chance, y'all. They're in second place though, a game and a half behind the Cardinals, who have now turned it on. The Rockies are still doing their thing in the National League West. The Rays are 37-21. I'm trying to see who has the best record. At least American League Central got to 500 on 2 teams, got to 500, Twins and the Royals. American League West, we got the Astros. It looks to me, if I'm not mistaken, the Mets are 36-21. I think the Mets and the Rockies, no, the Rays have the best record in the majors now. All right, let's see where we're at with the league leaders. Todd Helton still leading there. Jose Altuve has passed up Juan DeFranco. Let's look at doubles. Stan Musial and Juan DeFranco. Triples, Bobby Witt. Well, at least the A's stopped hitting triples. Bobby Witt and Randy Rosarena. And we got Jeff McNeil here. We got home runs. Tatis is taking over 23 home runs through the first 2 months of the season. And Babe Ruth. How is Babe Ruth not winning the MVP though, y'all? He's leading the league in home runs, the American League in home runs, and right up a second in RBI. He is out Shohei and then Shohei. Runs scored, Honus Wagner and Jose Altuve. Stolen bases, Kenny Lofton. Well, Billy Lofton, whoever that is, he's still on a lot of bases like he's supposed to. Tony Gwynn has 14. Let's see, you got the bases on balls. On base, look at Adley Rutschman, 441. Jackie Robinson's in on base 448. That's crazy. Slugging percentage. Look at Nolan Gorman, 703. Jose Altuve slugging 726 OPS. Jose Altuve and Gorman. Ubaldo has 9 wins. David Price has 8. Let's see, saves. Rivera 19. Christy Mathewson with 22 saves, y'all. Ubaldo with the lowest ERA, 1.49, and he pitches at Colorado. That's crazy. Jose Urquidy is killing it too. Shutouts, Dave Steve still with the 3. Strikeouts, Stever. Oh, look, he's running away from Nolan Ryan in strikeouts. Babe Ruth still leads the American League in complete games, and he's doing everything else that he's doing. I'm not sure how he's not the MVP, guys. I'm just saying. Call me crazy, but it feels like if a guy's doing that, he probably should be MVP's third behind Altuve and Franco. That is strange, and obviously not taking into consideration his pitching as well. Because let's see, where is he at for Cy Young? He is second behind David Price. I think Babe Ruth's getting neglected here, y'all. I'm just saying. Let's go through June. See, what can the Cubs do? Cubs are still here. They're right there. Oh, yeah, they're doing it. They're doing it. The Cubs are, no, I would not like to stop simulating. The Cubs are 11 games over 500 and in first place by a game over the Cardinals. The Rockies are starting to slip a little bit, 48 and 36. The Yankees have overtaken the Rays, 20 games over 500. Babe Ruth, y'all. The Royals are 2 games over 500. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at those Astros, though. Astros have run away with the best record in the majors. The Mets are kind of in the conversation, but it is right now the Astros 55 and 27. They've won 7 in a row. But look at the Mariners. The Mariners have won 8 in a row and still sit 7 games back. They are in the wild card right now, so they are dangerous. But that just shows you how good this Astros team has been. And let's see. All right. We're about to go into the All-Star game too, so we should look at who's looking like they're going to be an All-Star. Baldo Jimenez should be starting for the National League, and Babe Ruth is going to start. Look, what is going on here? Whitey Ford is in the bullpen, y'all. Didn't realize that, but he is. Christy Mathewson's been killing it. Brian Fuentes is there. Jonathan Papelbon. Let's see. Pudge Rodriguez, highest vote getter for American League catchers. Will Smith is the highest for the National League. Dan Musial, highest first baseman. Jeff Bagwell on the American League side. Jose Altuve, of course. Nolan Gorman on the. Look at that. Nolan Gorman beating Jackie Robinson. Mike Schmidt narrowly beating Nolan Arenado right now. And Jose Ramirez is kind of blowing away Matt Chapman. Wander Franco, 717,000 votes. His handling business at shortstop in the American League. Shohei Ohtani in left field. Luis Gonzalez is there for the National League. Let's see, center field. Randall Grichuk. Wow. That is, the Rockies are having a good year, though. Carl Crawford is there, beating Mike Trout. Wow. Kyle Tucker is beating Aaron Judge. Wow, that is insane. And Henry Aaron is there in the right field. All right. So, all right, let's move it. Let's move it on. We're going to go through July and see what we do. We're going to run into the All-Star game, of course. The Cubs are doing well. Right, going through the draft, because we don't really care about that for this. We got a home run derby. That should probably be pretty interesting, but we're not gonna show this. We'll skip it for this. The All-Star game we're gonna actually skip. We'll see who won. The American League defeated the National League. And there's a lot of stoppages here. All right, here we go. The Cubs are trying to get to the postseason, and they are I think, doing pretty well. 59-48. Let's see where they are. Standings wise, have dropped 4 games behind the Cardinals, though. That is ugly. Cardinals are 19 games over 500 right now. There's the Dodgers with a 1.5 game lead. The Cubs should still be in the wild card for right now. The Yankees, 24 games over 500, 2.5 game lead over Rays. The Royals and the Twins are in a dogfight, and the White Sox are horrible right now. The Astros look like they still may have the best record in the majors. They do. 69-38, and 10.5 games up on the Mariners. All right. We are going to go through August 31st. Can the Cubs bounce back? Get back in this race, or will they have to settle for the wild card? They are having a good year, though. Look at this. 14 games over 500 for the Cubs. Where does that put them? Still second. 3 games behind the Cardinals. And the Dodgers are still up on the Giants. Yankees up on the Rays. Oh, boy. American League Central is falling off again. Everybody's under 500 again. That's not cute. The Astros still the class of the league right now with their 86-49 record. Goodness gracious. Look at this. They are 48-21 on the road. Stop booing the Astros. It's only making them stronger. All right, let's look at the stats real quick. We didn't do that for a couple months. Jackie Robinson's leading the National League in hitting. Got a decent lead. It's all legends in the National League. How about American League? Altuve wants the MVP. He wants it all, y'all. Frank Thomas is second in hitting. All right, let's look at doubles. Kenny Lofton with 45 doubles, y'all. 45. Sam Musial has 43. Triples. Acuna has 8, and so does Lane Thomas. Bobby Witt Jr. has 11. The home runs. Jeff Bagwell has 46 dingers. Frank Thomas is second in the American League, and those two careers tied together. Ted Williams, 37. Jake Berger has 36 home runs for it. The White Sox are hitting home runs. They just are trash every other place. It's terrible. Luis Gonzalez, 45 home runs. Tatis has 40. Hank Aaron has 37. Ribbies. We have already 5 in the National League over 100 RBI, and we're going to get some more. Luis Gonzalez, Fernando Tatis Jr., Nolan Gorman, Stan Musial, and Hank Aaron. Let's see. American League, we only have 4. Bagwell, Ohtani, Altuve, and Griffey Jr. What happened to Babe Ruth? He was doing, there he is. 88 RBI, still having a good year. Runs scored, of course, Altuve, Hank Aaron there. Stolen bases, Tony Gwynn has 28, and Carl Crawford has 44, leading the majors. Bases on ball, Ted Williams has 83, and Goldschmidt 86. On base percentage, Jackie Robinson and Yordan Alvarez. Slugging percentage, Jeff Bagwell and Hank Aaron. OPS, Hank Aaron and Jeff Bagwell. The wins, Framber Valdez has 17 wins for the Astros. Roger Clemens has 16. The National League, Aaron Nola and Anthony DeSclafani both have 17 victories. Let's see. Let's look at saves. Fuentes is tied with Christy Mathewson for 43 saves in the National League. American League, Jonathan Papelbon and Billy Wagner tied. ERA, look at Taj Bradley, surprisingly leading the American League in ERA. And then Ubaldo's going to win Cy Young in the National League, it looks like. Home runs allowed, we don't look at that. Shutouts, Corbin Burns and Brandon Webb each have 4. Roger Clemens and Charlie Huff both have 4 shutouts. Nolan Ryan's leading in strikeouts, 7 ahead of Roger Clemens. Can he get 300? Nah, I don't know. Sandy Koufax is even closer with 233 strikeouts. Bob Gibson with 6 complete games. Framber Valdez with 7. See, I think we're good here. Let's move it. All right, it is September, y'all. We're going to go to September 30th. Who's going to come out on top in this? All right, I'm looking at the Cubs, and the Cubs are doing their job, y'all. They're doing their job. They are doing their job. The AAA team didn't do their job, but just the Major League team is doing their job. And we are 90-71 with 1 game left in the season. 6 games out, though. They're not going to win the division. But they did clinch the wild card. The Cardinals have clinched the division, 96-65. The Dodgers clinched their division, 97-64. The Giants will make the wild card. The Braves made the wild card as well. American League, look at the Yankees win the division, but the Rays and the Blue Jays end up going to the postseason. The Red Sox did not make it. The American League Central, this is ugly. It's ugly. It's coming down to the last game of the season. The Twins and the Royals. Who's going to make it in? It is ugly. And the Astros win the division, and the Angels got the wild card. Let's see. Did the Astros end up with the best? The Astros fell off in the last season, and it ends up with them and the Dodgers tied for the best record. It's one more game left in the regular season, so we will see if one of them can get the edge there. The Cubs made the playoffs at a 91-71 record. The regular season coming in, the Cubs will get the Mets in their first round series. See, the Yankees got a bye, the Astros got a bye, the Dodgers and the Cardinals get a bye. So we got matchups with the Tampa Bay Rays against the Angels, the Twins against the Blue Jays, the Braves against the Giants, and the Mets against the Cubs. Let's advance a day and see what. Oh, before we do that, let's look at the final league leaders for the year. Jackie Robinson won the batting title for the National League. Jose Altuve won the batting title, and he had the highest batting average of anyone in the majors. Stan Musial led the league in hits. He had 200. Altuve had 203. Let's look at doubles. Stan Musial led the National League in doubles with 51. Turner had 50 right behind him. Trout had 52 doubles for the Angels. Right, the triples. Lane Thomas and Acuna both had 10 triples. Bobby Witt led everybody with 12 home runs. 55 dingers for Jeff Bagwell, y'all. 55. He ran away with it in the American League, and Luis Gonzalez wins it in the National League with 50. RBIs, he had 130. He led that. Altuve just beats out his teammate. Who wins the MVP between Altuve and Bagwell? It's ugly right now, right? Altuve led in runs scored. Bagwell's right behind him. Stan Musial. Let's see, the stolen bases. Trey Turner and Hanley Ramirez both stole 34. Carl Crawford stole 61 bases to lead the league. Ted Williams is the only guy in the American League to walk 100 times. Paul Goldschmidt was the only one to walk 100 times in the National League. Where was Barry, though? Barry dipped? Barry ended up only walking 75. Barry didn't have the kind of year that I thought he might. He only hit 285 with 26 home runs and 91 RBI. What happened to Barry? That might be one of the big reasons why the Giants underachieved. That was crazy. All right, here we go. Who we got? On base finish, Tony Gwynn and Yordan Alvarez. Look at the Astros. Goodness gracious, these guys were nasty. Is anybody gonna beat them? I'm feeling like no. I'm feeling like the Astros are gonna win it all. Musial leads in OPS in the National League, American League. Bagwell. Framber Valdez with 19. God, the Astros. What is happening? Aaron Nola and Anthony DeSclafani. And look at Drew smiling. Wow. 3 unsuspecting people. Maybe not Aaron Nola, but the other ones. Chrissy Matheson leads the National League in saves with 51. Papelbon leads in the American League with 47. ERA, Logan Gilbert and Sandy Koufax. Shutouts, Clemens and Steve and Charlie Huff with 4. Sandy Koufax and Corbin Burns with 5. Sandy Koufax leads in strikeouts with 283. Clemens with 276. Framber has gone 7 complete games, and so has Sandy. Wow. All right. Sandy Koufax with the 0.93 whip. Only player in the majors with a whip under 1. He was tops in pitching WAR in the National League. Roger Clemens was tops in pitching WAR in the American League. Batting WAR, Jeff Bagwell is number 1, so maybe he will win the MVP. And Jackie Robinson could win in the National League with a crazy 9.7 WAR. That is insane. All right. So the awards should be out, though. Here we go. Look at that. Luis Gonzalez wins the MVP for the National League. Jeff Bagwell took it in the American League. The Cy Young, Sandy Koufax and Roger Clemens. Look at that. Batting title, Altuve and Jackie Robinson. The top reliever is Brian Fuentes and Jonathan Papelbon. Like I said, rookie of the year doesn't matter here. Hank Aaron Award went to Jeff Bagwell and Stan Musial. Gold Gloves, we got Tony Gosselin and Mark Burley. That fits. Pudge and Johnny Bench. That fits. Stan Musial and Jeff Bagwell. Jonathan Scoop and Nico Horner. Okay. David Wright and Matt Chapman. Cal Ripken Jr. and Dansby Swanson. Ian Happ and Stephen Kwan. Carl Crawford and Brandon Nimmo. Hank Aaron and Kyle Tucker. You got Shohei here with the Silver Slugger. And along with Acuna, we got Sean Murphy and Pudge. We got Jeff Bagwell and Musial. Ed Gorman and Altuve. Ramirez and Riley. Yount and Franco. Griffey Jr. and Luis Gonzalez. And we have Hank Aaron and Ted Williams. We have Mike Trout and Mookie Betts. And the postseason award MVP is not given out, and so is the same with the World Series MVP. Let's go through the postseason. We're going to advance a day. And what happened? Did anything happen? We advanced a day, but nothing happened here. Let's do it again. Something happened. I just don't see what it was. Advance that calendar day. Look at this. Fergie Jenkins is ready to pitch. The Tampa Bay Rays take the lead, and so do the Atlanta Braves. All right. I see. All right, so let's sim this. 7-6, a tough one. The Cubs lose with Fergie on the mound. They need, the Cubs have been eliminated. I was about to say they needed Stroman to step up. They lost 2 run games, so the Cubs are out. Cub fans, you guys are probably used to hearing that. So the other advancing teams, the Braves took down the Giants 2-1. The Mets move on past the Cubs to play the Cardinals. The Braves have the Dodgers. In the American League, the Rays swept the Angels, and Toronto swept Minnesota. So now we got the Rays and the Yankees, and the Jays and the Astros. Let's advance a day, and we didn't get anything in one play. All right, let's do it again. All right, the National League is underway. The Dodgers have a one-game lead, and so do the Mets. What do we have here? The series evened up in the National League, and the Astros and the Yankees take control in the American League. The Astros and the Yankees are staying in control. They both have a 2-0 lead right now. And the Dodgers and the Cardinals take the lead at 2-1. Dodgers and the Cardinals go to 3. They win their series in 4 games, and now it is the Dodgers and the Cardinals in the National League Championship Series. American League trying to see who will advance on their end, and both games are going to go to 5, to the decisive game 5. Who wins it? All right, the Dodgers and the Cardinals are about ready to get underway. And the Rays win Game 5 over the Yankees, and the Blue Jays win Game 5 over the Astros. Huge upset as the Astros fall and do not even make it to the American League Championship Series. So I didn't think nobody was going to beat them, but they did lose. So now it has come down to the Final 4. The Rays and the Jays, the Dodgers and the Cardinals. What's going to happen? All right, Dodgers take the 1-0 lead over the Cardinals. All right, I'm going to switch my pick up, y'all. I got the Dodgers, even though they just lost this game. It's even 1-1. I got the Dodgers. The Rays are 2-0, though. Don't sleep on these Rays. They like, come on, we do this. The Cardinals took the 2-1 lead. All right, can I switch my pick? Can I switch my pick? I'm going to switch it back. Dodgers even it up at 2-2. Meanwhile, the Rays are steamrolling the Dodgers. I mean, the Blue Jays right now. They're steamrolling them. And they just swept them. The Rays are in the World Series. The Cardinals took the 3-2 lead. Can the Dodgers fight off elimination? Let's see. They do. Game 7, NLCS, Dodgers, Cardinals, to see who plays the Rays. What we got? Dodgers. I told you the Dodgers were going to win. I told you. I still got them. I'm with the Dodgers. Dodgers and the Rays in the World Series. Who gets it done? Who gets it done? All right. they don't want to play, clearly, because we're advancing days and nothing's happening, y'all. We got to go to this calendar. Wait a minute. We won't do that. All right, here we go. The Rays take the 1-0 lead in this one. 1-0. It's even. Them Dodgers, they won't die, y'all. They won't die. They won't die. Uh-oh. Rays take the 2-1 lead. It's even. 2-2. What a World Series. 3-2. All right. The Rays are on the brink. The Rays are on the brink, y'all. So we might have to jump in with them. We may have to jump in with them just to see what happens here. With it all on the line, y'all. It's all on the line. They got a chance to finish it out. The Rays wind up blowing out the Dodgers in the decisive game 10-4 to win the World Series. Crazy. The Rays, we dumped everybody and it still didn't really matter because they very well may have the best team in the major leagues right now in real life. And it wound up not mattering because they ended up just being that team. Randy Arozarena wins the World Series MVP, hit .435 with 2 home runs and 4 RBI in the World Series. Postseason MVP, Will Smith in the National League, Isaac Paredes in the American League, 310 with 5 home runs and 13 RBI. Wow. That's what we got for you. I hope y'all enjoyed this little trip that we did. Let me know if you got some other ideas you might want to see, but I appreciate it. Peace.